Hey, long time no talk. I posted like 2 months ago and I just haven't made time to do it since then. But I did want to follow up on something that I discussed in my first video, and that is being mom of a special needs child. I have a wonderful little 9-year-old boy that has been diagnosed with high functioning autism and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. He also has OCD, anxiety, and he was born with a congenital brain defect called agenesis of the corpus callosum. Fast version of what that means is basically the section of his brain that's supposed to hold the two halves together doesn't exist, or it's there but very, very minimal. In kids, that's something that they adapt to, they learn to work around. If an adult had that and then lost it, the way I understand it is they'd basically be a vegetable. We've run into some tough situations. Probably the toughest is the fact that he looks completely like any other neurotypical child. We run into a lot, well, he doesn't look autistic. He doesn't look like he has difficulties. Well, he has been diagnosed with a 3 to 4 year delay, emotionally as well as physically. So, for instance, we still were having to change diapers or pull-ups on him until like February of last year. He got moved to a new school with a specialized autism program, and it has been phenomenal for him. But we still have a lot of challenges. Some days are really great, and we cherish those days. The bad days are really bad. For him, he has a lot of emotional delay, so he doesn't know how to process his emotions, which goes along with autism. But on top of being autistic, he has the understanding of a lot of emotional things of like a 4 or 5 year old. He is 9. So we hit a lot of challenges with that you wouldn't normally expect. He also attends occupational therapy twice a week, speech therapy twice a week, and physical therapy once a week. And we have a modified schedule of those things that we do at home. He also gets services at school. And I'm putting all of this out there because whether you're a single mom of a special needs child or you have a support system, as far as a husband, it's lonely. And people don't understand it's lonely. And I'm sorry I keep looking off. I'm parked where I'm at like a main street, and I'm people watching at the same time. I'm sorry. But it's lonely. People don't understand. A lot of times, if he's having a bad day, you have to cancel plans last minute. Or, like, for instance, today here, it's really cloudy, and we have thunderstorms moving in. That greatly affects his mood because of his brain deformity. So, where my friends can just drop their kids off with a babysitter, or, for the kids that are a little older, that they can just stay home, that's not an option for me. I have to constantly watch him and make sure that he doesn't unlock the front door and just walk off. Luckily, we live inside of a gated community, and our neighbors know to keep an eye out if they see him, to bring him back, or whatever. But, like, he's run away from school 3 or 4 times. It's things that you see on the news and you judge. Like, well, why did that parent not watch their child and now they've fallen into a pool? Or why did that parent not watch their child and they just wandered off and nobody can find them now? You see kids and they look like they can take care of themselves. But honestly, if it were politically correct to do so, I would still a lot of times have my child on one of those toddler leashes. Because if he sees something that he likes or that distracts him, he's gone. He doesn't understand stranger danger. I was trying to talk to him about it the other day, and he said, but Mom, they know my name, and they smiled at me. They're my friend now. And no matter how many times I tell him that that's not enough for somebody to know you and be your buddy, that's how he processes it. So we have a lot of challenges, but like I said, the good days are so good, and he's so smart. He can memorize pretty much anything. In kindergarten, he had every single classmate's name memorized, knew what classroom they were in, could tell the teachers whose jacket got left on the playground. So he's got a phenomenal memory. He really does really well in school. It's the social aspect of it that's really difficult, and the motor skills are really difficult, but we're working on that. Like I said, I'm not putting this out there for a pat on the back that I'm doing a good job, or for any kind of sympathy or anything like that. I want moms that are out there, and dads too, to know that you're not alone. And I know for us, we don't display and we don't put out there a lot of the struggles that we have. I had an encounter with somebody a few weeks ago that made the comment, well, have you ever thought about just getting him busy with something and holding off on all of his medication? He has to take 4 different medications to help with mood and help with hyperactivity and with his anxiety. So I told her, well, no, that's not an option. The drugs that he's on, we can't just stop. That's not something we can do. And it turned into a situation of trying to help, but it came off as being judgmental. And the way that I explained it, I just wrote a Facebook post about it later, was if any special needs child seems normal, we can guarantee you that it's because of 5 years of therapies, and it's because of a lot of nights of not sleeping and staying up and rocking your child when they're freaking out, or nights of staying up and crying. It's tons and tons and tons of work by the child, by the parents, by the teachers, by paraprofessionals. If they look and appear normal, it's because people have busted their butts to make it look that way. And a lot of people don't get credit for the stuff that they do. And so if you're out there and you are a parent of a special needs child, I commend you and I applaud you. If you're a teacher that works with special needs children, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, because finally getting him into a good program has completely changed our lives. If you're a paraprofessional that you work with them in speech or occupational therapy or physical therapy or music therapy or behavioral therapy or equine therapy, any of those things, thank you. Maybe you don't get thanked enough. Maybe you don't ever get thanked, but we appreciate you. I can promise you, if it's not said, it's not because it's not felt. So I don't know where this channel is going to go. I don't know what all I'm going to do with it. I think I may follow my son's therapies when he gets that started back up after the first of the year. But this particular video, I just wanted to remind you, you're not alone. You may feel alone, but I see you. And you have my support. You're loved, and I hope everybody has a great day. I will post more often, I promise. I probably will do vlogs for a while, but then we'll have some actual sit-down videos and figure out some stuff too. Bye guys, have a good Tuesday.